Speaker Kevin McCarthy and other House Republicans are seeking to pass a bill on the debt ceiling this week.
Yeah, the U.S. could potentially default on its debts as soon as June if a deal is not reached. Now, McCarthy's got this act. It's called the Limit, Save, Grow Act, and it marks Republicans' first legislative attempt to bring President Biden to the negotiating table on the debt ceiling issue. But the White House has repeatedly said that the president will not negotiate on the debt ceiling at all.
Joining us now is CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe. Ed, I want us to get to debt ceiling in a minute, but we were just hearing David Martin talking about the situation in Sudan. We know that the White House has asked for a ceasefire. It's been largely ignored. What has been the latest? What is the White House saying at this point?
Well, we're expecting a briefing in the next hour that will include the White House National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, where they're probably going to lay out a lot of what David has just reported in a more official way, announcing the plans there to get to Port Sudan and potentially help other Americans out. The big question I think many still have here is if the French, the British could do it the way they did, and in not only evacuating embassy personnel, but also nationals, why isn't the United States perhaps committed to doing more of that? But one important caveat to remember here, and this was also the case in Afghanistan, a lot of people who claim U.S. citizenship are dual nationals, which means they're also Sudanese citizens. So they may not want to leave because they just live and work there and just happen to have U.S. citizenship. So that number of those that may want to go ultimately is a little smaller. Either way, this was a successful extraction over the weekend. The fact that everybody got out safe and has been moved on is seen as a success here at the White House. Of course, a place still sensitive and reeling, arguably, from the fallout after Afghanistan. But we'll wait and see how they answer questions about what about all those others who may want to still leave.
All right, Ed, let's turn back to the debt ceiling and encourage our viewers to use their fingers to keep their eyes open if need be on this issue, because it does matter. There are consequences if we don't pay our debts. The president is saying he will talk about the budget and maybe lower spending in this country, but not the debt ceiling. So what can we expect given that this week as Republicans and the president have to figure something out?
Way to sell it, Tony. I mean, come on. This is issues of dollars and cents and everything the federal government does to keep the trains running on time. Look, there's two issues at issue here. The debt ceiling, or raising the nation's borrowing limit, which is done separate from the normal budget process. And what the White House is saying is this issue about raising the borrowing limit, which has been going on for decades, needs to just be done. No strings attached, just raise it the way it's been raised for years, especially in this modern, more protracted political era. President, though, is perfectly willing and eager to have a substantive debate with Republicans over dollars and cents issues on the budget, which is due to be done by the end of September when the next fiscal year begins October 1. They relish that fight because there you have the arguments over how do you fund and sustain Social Security and Medicare? How do you fund and sustain veterans programs, education programs, things that Democrats believe Republicans put themselves on the record on, and then they can potentially use it against them in future elections. But Republicans are going to pass this debt limit bill this week, which does have strings attached. That's the simple way to put it. The White House says good luck getting it through the Senate, where it probably won't get a vote. And the president isn't going to negotiate over you or with you on issues related to other things, just raise the debt limit. So the stalemate continues. When the borrowing limit is hit, who knows? Current estimates are sometime in June, so there's still time. But there isn't time because, of course, Congress has recesses. There's other things. The president will be abroad at certain points. They know that there has to be some kind of conversation soon. And there's growing pressure from fellow Democrats for the president to find a way to sit down with the speaker soon and start hashing this out.
Well, it's such a dynamic time, Ed, and we're learning now, too, that the president's domestic policy advisor, Susan Rice, is about to step down just a few weeks away. Tell us what you know. Why is this happening? Is it expected?
This is one of those officials who they sign up for about a 2-year tour, and it's been about 2 years and a few months. And so she's on her way. The president today pointing out that she's the only person who ever served as a president's national security advisor, as she was for President Obama, and now domestic policy chief. So that's historic in the sense of people who work for presidents. What Susan Rice opts to do next is unclear. Remember, a few years back, there was talk of her possibly running for the U.S. Senate from Maine, where she has a vacation home. We'll see if she gets into electoral politics, but otherwise it should be seen as one of those aides who had signed up for about 2 years and is leaving with about 2 years and change under her belt.
All right, Ed O'Keefe, we did also want to get to President Biden potentially announcing a fourth run for the White House. He's so far 1 win, 2 losses, so he's going to hope to get a 500 record. But we'll have to leave that for tomorrow, and I'm getting the big wrap. So thank you very much, Ed. Enjoy the spring day.
All righty, take care.
All right, the CBS News Streaming Network is proud to announce that beginning May 1st, our politics show, Red and Blue, will become America Decides, and our team of correspondents will go deeper into the political headlines and deliver news-making interviews with the most influential names from both sides of the aisle. The show is going to stream Monday to Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, starting 1 week from today.